Hello.
And welcome to Film Bastards.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome people to episode 594 of Film Bastards. I am one of your co-hosts, Matt Foster, and as ever, I am joined by
Ian Loring. Hello.
And what have we got this week? We've not got Becky yet. She's on her way back from work, but she will be joining us. We're going to take our first steps ever with the Fantastic Four, which has
First
finally
steps,
arrived.
right, the fourth time.
Yeah, I know. And it's finally arrived after just like seeming like I'd seen every single moment of it in all the promotional work, all the way through it, until the fact that I was like, oh, fucking hell, your Silver Surfer isn't the main villain. I'd somehow forgotten that. We're also going to do a catch-up review of Bring Her Back. Well, it's not catch-up, because it came out on VOD in the US, but only came out in cinemas in the UK this week, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy Gilmore 2 has arrived. We're going to do that as well. And we're actually going to try and start Punch Drunk Bastards, our Paul Thomas Anderson films marathon, because we have got Hard 8 and Boogie Nights. We're already playing catch-up. It's week 2.
and we will do it this week. I'm pretty confident I'm not going to get any phone calls.
God, yeah, there was that last week, wasn't there?
I better fucking not.
As a Presidente.
And I cut the entire section out, so we'll leave it there.
I love the fact that is going to make no sense to anybody. I have just lit a candle that I bought from Morrison's the other day for 85p, and it's a popcorn scented candle. And do you know what? It smells like popcorn here. Quite like it. So yeah, we've also got some what we've been watching. There is some trailers this week. I checked and I watched.
Yep.
So we're going to watch some of those. And yeah, listen to our friends' shows, including Chinchurch Punter, Entertainment Landfill, Rewatch Project, and others. But yeah, fucking right. Ian, should we fucking get into a review? Should we just fucking go for it?
Yeah.
I think we fucking should. So, Happy Gilmore 2 is set 29 years after the first one, and it's IMDb says revisit Happy Gilmore's golf career after his win at the Tour Championship. Fucking real, fucking what the fuck there. So it's who's in it? Happy Gilmore. Well, yes, Adam Sandler's there. It's not directed by the same person, is it?
No, it's directed by the guy who did Murder Mystery.
Yeah.
Kyle something.
Kyle Newacek.
Yeah, there you go.
But it does have Adam Sandler. It does have Julia Bowen in it, she's character's dead, which kind of makes no sense, but we'll get into it more. Chris McDonald's back, but also you've got, Ben Stiller's back, but John Daly plays a rather big character. All of Adam Sandler's kids appear to be in it. Haley Joel Osment is there. Benny Safdie, his wife, a man called Bad Bunny is there, and just a load of really, really fucking awkward cameos from people. Yeah. Ian, we both watched Happy Gilmore, not like this past week, but recently enough, didn't we? And we both, I think, quite enjoyed our rewatches of it, and were a little bit surprised at how well it held up and not too much of it was questionable, which is sometimes a rarity when you go back to the sort of mid-90s stuff. How did you find Happy Gilmore 2?
I enjoyed it more when it was about him and not about the existential threat to golf, which basically takes over the second half of the film.
And it's a long old film, isn't it? It's touching 2 hours.
Yeah, it's like nearly half an hour longer than the first one. I was pretty disappointed. And I've seen a lot of people go, it was better than it had any right to be. But I think there's a lot of people just going in with lowered expectations anyway. And I did based on the trailers. But like the first half hour or so, I was actually vibing with it. Where it was focusing on Happy, and as you said, Julia Bowen's like basically killed off in the opening credits. She appears in a couple of dream sequences, but that's it for her. I hope she got a good paycheck. I don't necessarily think it's fridging. It's like it's literally integral to the plot of the film. He needs to have a descent, so there we are. and I liked the kind of the dark comedy running joke of him hiding alcohol in things. The cuckoo clock one was fucking fantastic.
The fact that when it comes out, it's just a little bottle of Jack.
The little bottle of Jack Daniels is brilliant. So yeah, I was liking that, and then when it really kicks in to the plot, which I'm just gonna, I have a cursory level of golf knowledge. I have been watching a bit of golf, and then after watching it for a couple of hours, I'm like, why did I just do that? It's an interesting relationship I have with it, but it's weird because the whole thing is a play on the fact that the PGA Tour has got a rival in Live Golf, which is basically a Saudi-backed golf league who have basically bought a load of golfers. And that shit is free on YouTube. They don't have a TV deal. You could just watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And yet, this has got PGA golfers and Live golfers together, and they're uniting instead against Benny Safdie's kind of extreme golf league. And I don't quite get what it was trying to say, other than
it could have been worse.
Yeah. Traditional golf is great, even though there's no Happy himself has no real fondness for golf.
No.
He never really connects to it. The reason why he's back is to pay for his daughter to go to ballet school.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no finding the love of the game. So, you've got Shooter McGavin, going this is a monstrosity, and siding with Happy. And I it was a really weird, uncomfortable, how do we make this PGA versus Live without having it PGA versus Live so that we can, unite everybody? And
yeah.
But the second half of the film is so much about that what does the average person who doesn't like golf, and they are legion, think about the second half of this film?
Well, that's it. I'm in complete agreement with you in the fact that it is incredibly too long, by a good half an hour.
Oh, the lake's brutal.
And yeah, it's the thing is, when he first has the when he plays the tour championship veterans game thing that he seems to be playing, which even that seems to get confused as to what the actual game is. When he's playing that game, it's quite fun. It's reminiscent of the first movie, and you're okay with it. And like I said, the first bit where you have where you join him and you're seeing the fall that he has, and then him sort of getting back into the swing of golf, pun massively intended. That's all quite fun. And what I will say is, I think the worry, I spoke about it frequently, was that the family would be annoying. They weren't. They were actually quite charming. And
they're in it just about enough that they don't risk not.
Yeah, that's it. And they,
charming.
They don't. The sons that he's got are not unpleasant. They're just. They're not. They seem all right. They're just very much products of their environment. But it's once it gets involved into that last sort of third, or once it gets involved in the main competition it's putting across, it's just this is monumentally silly, to a point where it's beyond what the first one was silly. The first one was silly because it's a guy who doesn't like golf, and what happens if somebody just all of a sudden had a 400-yard drive. And now there are people who can literally do that, which it references in the film. So it's well, what if we made these almost superhuman people who can do it? It's no, you've taken away the almost the little magic ingredient. and just made it into something beyond that becomes just a little bit too sort of silly, and then you're just getting dragged through it, and you're going, you're just gonna pile more silliness onto silliness, and it stops being fun, and it just becomes a little bit like, yeah, you are exactly what everybody worried this was going to be now. And for the first 40 minutes, you weren't that. What would have been more fun and more interesting is if they went, it's a 10-hole golf course, 5 holes are traditional and 5 holes are this crazy thing. That would have been more interesting, because how do these guys who all they've got is this massive fucking drive cope a little bit more with this? It just... And then the constant having to drop a cameo from somebody, constantly, was a little bit like... You're just going, right, who's going to be next? Who's going to be next? And it just felt a little bit... Sandler's good in this. He's fun in this. And there are fun little cameo bits, like the guy from that comedy troupe, and then Andre, what's his name? And
Eric Andre,
Mike
Qualley, and that guy from Please Don't Destroy.
Yeah, and he's a funny one in Please Don't Destroy. A couple of the ones guys are quite funny, but he's the one who does a lot of the heavy lifting for them. In that film that I watched of theirs, he's the one who's consistently funny throughout it.
Sure.
Their bit is quite funny. Them just being kind of assholes, and Adam, Happy Gilmore getting to see, this is kind of what I've created here. This is my legacy of golf, is these douchebags liking it. And even the Eminem one was kind of funny. But
I did like, and now we've had our first fatality.
Yeah, yes.
That was good.
And Post Malone playing a commentator for the extreme side of it all, and when he just puts the hat on that guy who I don't think knew that Post Malone was going to do that, by the guy's reaction, is funny. But there was some painful bits, like the golfer keep trying to say, that's what your mom said, and it not being funny. It's once, fair enough, but you repeated the joke 3 times, and it's just not funny.
I will say I did enjoy the fact that real-life golfer Will Zalatoris plays the grown-up caddy from the first one.
Yes.
And they just play on the fact that he does look like that guy.
He does look a little bit like him, yeah.
That was all right.
That was funny, but he was quite funny at that.
Yes.
But then you had the painfulness of every time Rory McIlroy tries to say anything. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler as well. Fair play to him for the jail stuff. Do you know the context? Yeah. Fair play to him for being a good sport about that. But man, the fact that he had so limited an amount of lines would seem to suggest they knew he was shit.
Yeah. But also as well, you could have cut the entire Ben Stiller bit out of it. Didn't need it. Added nothing.
Yeah, and actually, I agree. And that nicely segues into a problem I had with this film, where I was very confused about what it thought about alcohol. Where he quits drinking and people are like, oh yeah, good on you. But then it has fun with people being pissed as well. But the centre of it is him getting sober and kind of finding a purpose in life again. And it's that weird, why is this film trying to be both relatable to people who are on the journey of sobriety and also the people who like to get fucked up?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just the moralising of it, while also being Happy Gilmore 2, I thought was an odd choice.
Yeah, it just... I get the feeling like it would have been infinitely better if it was just Happy Gilmore had given up golf for the same reasons within this film, and then it was just him having to go back on the tour, and then it literally when people going, well, it's just a retread of the first, going, yeah, it is, but what else do you want? Because just a retread of the first would have been fine. It just got a little bit... It's almost like it was saying, oh, the film's like going, oh, golf's boring, man. Golf's boring. It's like, but a lot of people who are watching it are going, yeah, I've watched Happy Gilmore, but golf is a bit boring for me. And then but then it gives you this ridiculousness of going, yeah, but that's just silly. And it's almost like they're trying to go, look, you might not like golf, you might not think golf is boring, but look at how silly this is. Did you want golf to become this? Like, well, no, but just what? Just show me normal golf. Or have them playing crazy golf or something like that. Not super douchebag golf. It just felt a little bit... I don't know, just too much. Like, overwritten. And that's weird to say for a Happy Gilmore too.
No, but, I mean, and the Extreme Golf League thing feels like a concept from the early noughties. That doesn't necessarily... golf now, it's like a lot of it on like TikTok and YouTube and stuff is like people doing trick shots and like, can I shoot a 5 under par using a hammer as a golf club and like stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's not it's not the kind of extreme thing they present it here. And it's like, if they were going to be more true to it, I kind of feel like they at least should have doubled down on, we just want to compile this all into like 10-second TikToks for hit clicks. And like I don't necessarily think they do that. It's basically dodgeball.
Yeah.
Except like with a more extreme version of Ben Stiller's team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. It very much is that. And then, but like you say, with just this... I don't know. I mean, the thing is, in terms of like the golf thing, right? If I don't watch golf, not my thing. People want to watch it, and that it's fine. It's not something that I'm necessarily against. Get your fun where you want. The great thing is, I don't have to watch it. It can exist. It doesn't need me to watch it for it to be validated by the fucking world. So I'm kind of fine with that.
Hey, look, it's better than your wife having an ass in her cock in the driveway. Like...
It's a fucking great line. The fact that he stays it without fucking skipping a beat is just wonderful.
I mean, it's like he kept on getting it wrong.
Yeah, that does not surprise me.
And it was like it was like every other take he seemed to like get it right then get it wrong, and PTA just thought it was funny that he was getting it wrong and kept it in. Anyway, sorry, we'll get to Boogie Nights.
Well, we'll get to that. Because I've got a lot of thoughts on that movie. But then, but if there was a special where it was fucking like a lot of professional golfers have to play at like one of those fucking junkyard bar golf things, I would actually watch the shit out of that, right? So, but that where it's just long form golf and what is it? No, it just even that looks more boring than watching golf.
It's. But yeah, it's the reverence with which this film seems to have golf, and yet it really is just a job to Happy Gilmore. It is a means to an end, and he respects the other players and like kind of respects all that kind of stuff. But it's nostalgia bait. It's funny in spurts, but. Honestly, that's like that second half, and just like Benny Safdie as well. I mean, fair play. It's a choice, but again, it feels like a villain from 20 years ago.
Yeah, it feels like a little bit like Will Ferrell's from Zoolander. It feels like Mugatu.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that. And I just get the feeling that that's what they're going for. But don't know. I mean, Shooter McGavin gets a nice character arc within it.
Yeah, and Kristen McDonald's locked in. Everybody's locked in. Everybody wants to be there.
Yeah, it's just, I would say that 50% of the people shouldn't be there. And that's the problem. It's just, effectively, it's a nostalgia sequel. It's playing on people's nostalgia, and it's, would you like to spend sort of more time? Do you think there's an element to it of, it is, the first one is quite critical of golf, and it doesn't exactly at any point kind of, like you say, Happy doesn't fall in love with golf, and it's just this guy who's clearly not a golfer because he keeps saying he's a hockey player, wins the fucking US Open. Do you think there's an element of this trying to retcon that a little bit and kind of go, look, we want to kind of almost sort of be overly nice to golf and sort of say sorry for the first movie? But then that movie did get a lot of people into golf. Yeah,
no, it did. A lot of golfers really sincerely like Happy Gilmore, and like you say, it did. This and Tiger Woods did an awful lot for golf in the mid to late 90s. It obviously wants to play nice with golf. I am actually kind of surprised there's no PGA or Live kind of like
branding
advertising in the film, which is a shame because the film's also lit like a fucking commercial. It just doesn't look like a film. Yeah, this would have done well in the cinema. You would have watched it in the cinema and said, this looks like something I'd watch on TV, incidentally.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't, like you say, and the annoying thing is, and I think we both said this, that the the murder mystery films look like films.
Yeah, they do actually.
And the weird thing is, it's not shot by the same guy. It's the guy who shot Hustle, which again looks like a movie.
Yeah, it does look like a movie.
So it just feels a little bit like they've. I don't think it's done in a cynical way because Sandler, it's part of his Netflix deal. And I don't think that, it's been released that he basically has a reign of choice within what he can do. Like, he can't do just fucking, like, because I think it's it gets renewed constantly for 5 movies, doesn't it? It would seem. And I don't think he's allowed to do, 5 fucking uncut gems. But I think he's allowed, 1, not comedy film. And then he has to throw, the rest in there. But I don't think they've said to him, but one of those needs to be Happy Gilmore too. It's just,
no,
you're in charge of sort of picking these movies.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's not a Red Notice. No, it's not the Electric State. There is sincerity to the whole thing. There is. It just didn't work for me.
No,
and particularly the second hour.
And it's not like the movie will cost, that much because it's part of the budget comes from this deal they have with Sandler. Which have you heard the latest news on what one of the possible upcoming movies is?
Go on.
That Kevin James announced on a podcast.
No.
So it's not confirmed yet. But there is talk of one of them being Grown Ups 3.
Cool. I won't watch it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you on that one. I will happily take the hit here on that one. But that one would feel a little bit like Sandler going, "Oh, these guys need to work."
I mean, that is a little bit like, let's just go to Hawaii for 2 months.
Yeah.
They'll be in Hawaii for some reason.
Yeah. That'll be it, yeah. But yeah, it's... the thing is, I don't know where I am with it. I don't know. I don't think it's good. But it's definitely not shit. but it's not good.
And either, I mean, it sounds touching cloth.
Yeah. I think
You're not going to call it shit. I will. You're not.
Yeah, I don't think it's shit. 'Cause I enjoyed parts of it enough to not call it shit. You know, Chris McDonald, I thought was really fun in it. I thought his bit was good, and the first hour was fun. I even didn't mind the John Daly stuff. The running joke they had there of, you know, don't let him sleep in my bed if you do know M&Ms, and then make sure you feed John Daly at least 3 times a day. That was quite funny, and him getting addicted to drinking.
Was it hand
sanitizer? Yeah. Was quite amusing.
But then on the flip side, you've got Bad Bunny fantasizing about like putting a load of honey on Travis Kelce and having him be eaten by a bear.
Is that who that was?
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like the only joke of that is that's Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
And,
I didn't know that was Travis Kelce. Like,
that
I know
guy
who Travis Kelce is, and if he stood next to Taylor Swift, I can go, that's Travis Kelce. But I am a little bit like that fucking comedian who does the stupid Batman bit where whenever fucking anyone takes off their glasses and stuff like that, he has no idea who they are. If Taylor Swift walked away, I would turn around and be like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, just would have no idea. And you could replace him with somebody else and say, that's Travis Kelce, and I'd be like, I thought he was different, but yeah, go on, man.
He's very big and she's not. And I'll leave that there.
It's tall, isn't she? She's like a 5'10".
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'd imagine he'd squash her.
I think she'd probably hold her arm.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like the fucking...
She's probably pretty athletic, isn't she?
Yeah, it's not like the Hayden Panettiere and that, what's his name, boxer, who was fucking 6'8".
Who the fuck's that?
You know Hayden Panettiere?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was married to that Ukrainian boxer who was like the world champion. Can't remember his name.
What, Usak or whatever his name is?
No.
Oh, he's an older one.
Older one, yeah. There's people right now shouting it out down the fucking, what is it? Because I can't remember his name. It shows how much I know about other sports. That Vladimir Klitschko.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, really?
Yeah, he's 6'6".
Yeah.
And will have been like fucking like probably about 18, 19 fucking stone. And she's tiny.
What a world.
Yeah.
They probably just met at a party.
Yeah, wild, isn't it? I mean, in talking about that and in kind of like disgusting sort of like, probably, you know, shouldn't mention this, but like my daughter is 5'1" and her partner is 6'5". So yeah, the size difference there is wild.
Izzy's 5'1".
She's 5'1". She's shorter than Isabel. Shorter than Bex.
Really?
Yeah, and Will's like 6'5".
Fucking hell.
Yep. So it's quite funny when they're stood like walking around with each other. It is quite amusing.
It's funny. Like, the very quick tangent. Like, Lottie is now at the point where she's taller than Donna's sister. She's taller than Donna's mum, and she's probably going to be taller than Donna like by the end of the summer holidays. And I don't think Don's very happy about it.
She not.
It's like, I think it actually pushes her buttons when Lottie mentions it.
Ooh, oh, so it's like a proper, like, actually sensitive. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun, then.
Yeah, I don't know, because, like, Don's, like, 5'3", 5'4", I think. So, yeah. And, yeah, Lots is, like, almost there, and Lots thinks it's hilarious.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, definitely shit, but not aggressively so. Like, it's not going to be in my bottom 10 of the year.
Well, I've got our audience poll. Definitely not shit 50%, touching cloth 33%, and shit 17%.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with people saying they had a good time with it. I'm not.
No, if people did, that's fine. I was having a good time with it until I wasn't, and then I was because I have a thing now where I will not when I'm watching a new film, I will not look at my phone. I try not to look at my phone when I'm watching films in general, but occasionally I might have a quick glance at something and just check fucking something like there's somebody in a film and I want to check what film it is. I can't remember where I recognise them from. I'll do that. But I was watching it and I was trying not to, and I went to the bathroom at one point and then did realise that I was kind of just looking at my phone on the top of the stairs before going back downstairs to watch the rest of the film. So yeah, I had to kind of run out of patience with it. So yeah. Right, Ian, because Beck still isn't quite back yet.
Yeah,
we'll do what I've been watching, and then we might catch up with trailers, and then we'll head into other bits. But hopefully, she'll be back before then. What have you been watching, bud?
So I've only got a couple of films, but I will mention because I forgot to mention last week. We finished season 4 of The Bear, and I think The Bear is back. Not season 2 back, but definitely better than season 3. Has toned down the likes the smell of its own farts montages. They're still there, but not quite as much. And it was interesting. The last episode is this weird kind of come down where it's almost like a stage play. Like there's only 3 of the actors in it, and it's set in one location. And Don was like, "I didn't like that. I didn't like that wrap up." And it was interesting. It kind of reminded me of the penultimate episode of season 3 of Twin Peaks, and then the last episode, where that penultimate episode had me on such a high. I am the FBI. Like one of the great television moments for me.
Yeah, it's a fucking great line, isn't it?
Yeah, and then that last episode is like, yeah, but shit's still nightmarish, and then it ends on that ending.
Yeah, and that's it. It is quite horrible, that ending to the series.
Yeah, and the bear isn't doing that, but it's you really, really had me. And then you've got this last episode where a character makes a decision and it's like, oh fuck! All right then, it'll be interesting to see what happens with season 5. And I don't want to say anymore. I like The Bear, and people have become sniffy.
So is it confirmed there's going to be a season 5?
Yes.
Right. Cool. I don't know whether this was like a last season bit or anything like that.
No. There's going to be another one, which is. Sorry, Donna's just sent me a text message. I'll just be a second. So no. I would be surprised if there's another season after season 5, just because the critical juice seems to be coming out of it, and I feel like the actors' schedules are going to get complicated as much as anything else. Because you've got Jeremy Allen White, who's obviously he's got the Springsteen film. Ayo Edebiri is in demand. Ebon Moss-Bachrach's now in the MCU, getting paid. Good for him. Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like it's going to get a bit difficult. And also, the thing that happens at the end of this season feels like, all right, they've done that, so now I can see what the next season's going to be, but I don't necessarily see what the season after that's going to be. And it's an interesting choice, but it kind of feels like season 5's obviously gonna take things to a certain place. We'll see. Like I say, I really like it. Also, I know I WhatsApped to you about this the other day, but we're currently on season 2 of Poker Face. Poker Face rules.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a look at it after. We're just doing an impromptu Loudermilk rewatch, but we're about to finish that. I think we're going to give that a go next.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's like sometimes it's standalone, sometimes it's not. There's kind of like an overarching thing going on, but Natasha Lyonne's really, really fun. She's really fun in it, and it is just an update of Columbo. And that great time, and it's just you've got some really good actors just popping up for like a single episode, and yeah, it really, really top stuff. So there you go. Right, and then in terms of films, the only things I've watched this week that we are not covering, so I watched The Naked Gun earlier this year, and then like 2.5 wasn't on Netflix, but 33 1/3 was. So I was like, oh fuck. Now with The Naked Gun coming out on Friday, all of them are on Netflix and in Dolby Vision as well.
Oh, nice.
Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear, which literally at the start says unfilmed David Zucker, which is just great. And I mean, The Smell of Fear is great too. This film, it's cracking. And it's kind of, I don't know, like the plot's actually like weirdly prescient, where it's like fossil fuel leaders are teaming up with Robert Goulet to make sure that a big speech isn't given to set the US government policy to renewable energies. And it's like, wow, okay, that feels like something that could happen today. Holy shit. Well, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, Trump's already seemingly in the pocket of big fossil fuel. So, some of the lines in this are absolutely fucking otherworldly. She could make a cheese sandwich melt from across the room. She had breasts that said to you, "Hey, look at these." Yeah, that's right. She reminded me of my mother. And then his mate George Kennedy stops his internal monologue and just says, "Hey, you need to stop looking at her like that. You look like you're looking at your mother." It's great.
It does have some quite fun little callbacks, doesn't it, to itself?
Oh no, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's oh god, just like, you know, he had a mustache 6'3". That's an awfully big mustache. Yeah, so it's very, very, very fun. Barbara Bush gets a lot of shit in this as well. It's remarkable. And you know, there's one line about transsexuals, but aside from that, I think this one's, you know, relatively problematic free. I don't think you can say that about Naked Gun 33 1/3.
No.
Definitely ramps up the gay panic. And you know, I don't think it's as good as 2.5. I think 2.5 might actually be my favourite of the three, which might be sacrilege to some people, but I think
I'd agree with you on that.
Yeah, oh, cool. 33 1/3. The Untouchable / Battleship Potemkin sequence at the start is ace. The running joke of him pretending to be Dr. Phil, and then everybody just getting pissed off with Dr. Phil at the Oscars, is great. And there's just stupid shit as well. Like, there's a shot of the skyline of LA, and it's just fire and burning, and then it pans down, and it's the Oscars. I enjoy that. But then there's also when they Leslie Nielsen and Fred Ward break out of prison, they kind of like poke their head out of the sewer, and they're just in an LA school, and then all the kids get guns and start shooting. You know, it's a bit like, oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry, Donna's just texted me again. Fuck, I need to have a think. Yeah, Naked Gun 33 1/3. Just him at the clinic as well, the sperm donation, and just some of the noises he makes in the room. And then there's like a donkey sound at one point as well. It's terrific stuff. I'm really, really, really looking forward to the new one, and it's 85 minutes long.
Yeah, that is how long a Naked Gun movie should be. It is. I just have a feeling that the new one is going to be just how many jokes can we throw at the fucking screen at once.
Yeah. It's going to be a machine.
Yeah, and that's it, and that's kind of exactly what it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it for me.
Ooh, I've got a few. I've got a couple. So I rewatched Dredd.
Nice.
The not Judge Dredd, but Dredd, the Peter Travis / Alex Garland movie.
Was this inspired by me talking about that new RoboCop and how apparently it's a video game version of Dredd?
I think it was actually a little bit, yeah. Because it was in my head from that, and then it came up and I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm going to rewatch Dredd. It's pretty fucking great, it's Dredd. It's really, really violent. Which kind of helps. And it's 95 minutes long. Not to mention the fact that just Carl Urban just makes a really good Dredd. Like, he plays it really, really well. The thing is,
sure.
There's bits in it where my brain goes, hang on a minute, doesn't he end up hiding? And I'm like, no, you are literally getting this and the raid confused in your brain and amalgamating them together. like, so there is very much that. And now I do want to watch the raid and the raid 2 again. But like, Olivia Thirlby is really good in it. She should have been in more since. Yeah, but I mean, I've read a few times, but it's really violent, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. That slow-mo shit as well is awesome.
Yeah, and Anthony Don Mantle is really having fun. And he's definitely a cinematographer who enjoys having fun with the form and fucking around with it and doing, right, well, I'm going to do this. He's definitely a filmmaker who doesn't, a cinematographer. He's not one to ever not try something if he has an idea. He's almost like, I need to work out how I can do this. Is more like the stepping stone for him having an idea, and there's definitely that within this, and it looks. I remember there's a guy who I kind of know, but by association, someone to say hello to rather than wouldn't actually. If I went into a bar, I wouldn't go over to the table and sit and have a conversation with him, but I know him to say hello to. Who writes for 2000 AD. And right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I remember the people I know him through, I was doing some bits with them around the time when this came out, and he'd seen an advanced sort of screening of it because he'd done some advising on the script, like with a bunch of other Dread writers. And he was sort of saying, it's just really good. Like, it's really fun, and it feels like as opposed to other kind of iterations of Dredd that have cropped up in bits, this feels like it's something that actually comes from the comics. So it was kind of well received by that. It just didn't do spectacularly. I think it's hard to market that movie because it's not a comic. I think as many people know that it's based on a comic that the Sylvester Stallone movie was based on, but maybe don't know the comic as much.
Mark, just a public service announcement for you. I've just ordered this myself. RoboCop Unfinished Business is £20 on Amazon.
Is that the add-on?
The new one, yeah. It's standalone as well. You don't even need Rogue City.
Oh, so it's by the same people and it's just a new story?
Yeah, but it's only, apparently the campaign's only like 8 hours long.
That feels alright for 20 quid, doesn't it?
Yeah, 20 quid, and then you got the physical copy. Just stick it on eBay. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, so that's 20 quid and then you get the digital copy with it?
No, it's 20 quid on Amazon for the physical copy. I think it's like 25 on if you just want to download it off PlayStation.
I'd have to do that because I only have the digital only.
Oh, you've only got the digital edition.
Yeah, digital only.
Please hold. Sorry, listeners, 2 ticks. I want to find out how much it is. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got the separate Blu-ray player, didn't you?
Yeah.
RoboCop. $24.99.
Yeah, still seems alright. Might pick that up. I've got 2 more to do. And they're kind of linked, but without actually meaning to link them. So, I rewatched Journey to the Centre of the Earth. Because, I can't know why. Because Bex really likes this, so she wanted to watch it. So she did actually watch it, but then she fell asleep in it, and I just watched the rest of it. But I think we'd been out. I think it was after I'd finished my last shift at work, and we'd gone out for like a couple of drinks that night, and then we had food sort of ready to go when we got home, and it was like, right, we need to watch something. Beck's like, it needs to just be something fun, and I happened to just put on Prime, and it was just there, and she's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm alright with that. So we watched Journey to the Centre of the Earth, the Brendan Fraser movie, which, when you go back and watch this movie, because it is from 2008, it was very much in the the big sort of 3D push that happened around that time. And so there are so many shots in this where you're like, that makes no fucking sense without 3D, and I bet it looked like shit when it was 3D anyway. So the film looks ugly as fuck because of the 3D thing. But it also has Brendan Fraser just being kind of like fun adventure guy in it, which he's very good at. And Josh Hutcherson is very sort of good. He was an enjoyable enough sort of child actor there, and it's just, the story about them accidentally getting to the centre of the earth by falling down a big fucking hole. And then there being this whole fucking ecosystem within the earth. And it's 93 minutes long. So it's back to when, because it wasn't a big budget movie, it was $60 million. And it kind of looks it, if that makes sense. Like, the effects probably could have been a little bit better, but they almost style it out within the movie. They make it quirky enough that you can get away with it looking a little bit shitty at points. But I always have a good time rewatching Journey to the Centre of the Earth. I don't think I'll be watching the sequel, where they quite literally replace Brendan Fraser with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who stole his career. Although I am looking at it and it does have Luis Guzman in it, so the Goose might win out on that one. Sorry, Brendan, but I might have to put up with Dwayne The Rock Johnson for a bit of Guzman. Right. And this is going to sound like these are linked in anyway, and they're really not. But I decided to rewatch Land of the Lost, the Will Ferrell, Danny McBride movie.
Interesting. Yeah.
Right. Now, I remember the world hating this when it came out.
I like it.
And I remember actually quite liking it. So, yeah, went back to rewatch it completely, forgetting that John Matacona is like plays the fucking primate character in it, Chaka, which is fucking weird. Like that character has such a big part in the movie, and it's just him just rolling around and making stupid noises, which is a sight to behold there. And then it's got Anna Friel in it as well, which I completely forgot about until she turned up. I was like, holy fucking shit, yeah. I forgot that was a thing. I still really quite liked it. Like, nice. It's very, very silly. Like, very, very silly. But it's Danny McBride doing his Danny McBride thing. And Will Ferrell... Like, there's a point where, like, he gets something wrong and then he's being chased by some bits. And as he's being chased, he's running around. And Danny McBride's going, do you ever get tired of being like wrong, just shouting down to him? And his response is, yeah, sometimes, to be honest, like right now. There's a running joke within the movie that this certain T-Rex has got it in for Will Ferrell's character, because Will Ferrell's character says to the other characters that it's got a brain the size of a walnut, and so it can't do like things like think logically, and that just turns the T-Rex against it, who was about to leave him alone because he now wants to get back at him, to the point where he literally throws a walnut, but it's like a massive fucking like car-sized walnut at him. And that, there's kind of fun bits like that within the movie that are really fucking silly, but also like really quite fun. But then it does also have questionable sexual politics.
Oh, really?
It gets away with it, but things like the Chaka constantly just grabbing Anna Friel's tits.
And this film was 2009?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens. Danny McBride makes some comments that I think he can get away with, just about because he does it in a, it's Danny McBride, so you're supposed to think that this is what it's at. And they're never quite too far. They're always on the cusps of, that's just somebody being stupid. But yeah, it is. It straddles a line that somebody could quite easily turn around and go, yeah, but this is a little bit off, isn't it? And you'd be like, yeah, it is. But also I feel like you need to lighten up a little bit, would be a fine argument on it. Like, it's not trivializing anything. It is like she is the one who is like also the only one who is together and actually is good at her job and is doing things the right way. Will Ferrell is a fucking idiot, but also happens to be right at points. And Danny McBride is just doing the Danny McBride thing. But yeah, it's... do you know what? I had a good time rewatching it. It was my last lunch watch at my previous job, and I watched it over 2 days. And I got towards the end of my lunch on the first day I was watching it and was very much going, I wish I was watching this at home and I could just continue watching it. Also, nice. Considered just going, I leave tomorrow. I'm just going to take 45 minutes to finish watching this movie I'm watching. Yeah. But I didn't, obviously, because I'm professional. But the thought did cross my mind. But yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's Land of the Lost. And I get the feeling like the comedy within it as well, I think lands more, and the silliness of it lands more now. And there's bits, I think, that Deadpool and Wolverine borrow from this movie.
Okay.
In terms of, for like the way that they interact with, that world that is the in-between world.
Sure, yeah.
That has, even like the visual look of it, it's like, that looks very much like this looked at points. And like there's certain bits of it that just reminded me of that. And it's like, yeah, Land of the Lost did this first. And it might be that just both the TV show and the Deadpool comic books have that in it, and it just happens to look similar. But no, I do think there might have been a little bit of Land of the Lost did this and made this look like this. There's definitely that, but it's also spending time with Will Ferrell, Danny McBride, and Anna Friel, who are quite charming to spend time with. Yeah, had a good amount of time with that. Best thing back, but we can fucking barrel into trailers like motherfuckers, because there has been some. I've watched them. Ian.
Yeah.
Did you get, before Fantastic Four, the new One Battle After Another trailer? Fortnite's
yes.
One Battle After Another trailer.
Yes, I think I did. And by the way, I think we might have to play Fortnite if we can be one battle after another characters in it.
I actually agree with you. I think we might have to, yeah.
Yeah. If you can buy a skin of that, like DiCaprio, kind of looking like he's in a dressing gown.
Yeah.
I might actually pay £20 for that.
I might, yeah. I might go for the Benicio del Toro one, or even the Sean Penn one.
That's a good idea. Yeah, look, I think they are now marketing this as, oh yeah, this needs to be something that people other than film fans on the internet want to watch.
Yeah.
It's a smart decision in terms of the marketing. It'd be interesting to see what the actual film's like. But yeah, this looks like a film that people will want to watch.
Yeah. It's got the zany energy that some Paul Thomas Anderson films have. But they're kind of work that someone's worked out in a trailer to go, right, we tried this with Inherent Vice and nobody went to see it. We need to look at it and go, had we made a trailer for Inherent Vice that made it look like it had a story, then could we have got more people to go and see it?
Yeah, no, exactly. Oh, hey, monkey, you okay? You alright? Did you? Hi, okay. Yeah, no, I mean, this feels like, okay, it's DiCaprio, it's Benicio del Toro, it's Sean Penn. There's some action. It's in IMAX. Okay, let's go. And I was listening to a podcast earlier today, Prestige Junkie. It's an ex-Vanity Fair person who writes for some other outlets. Her podcast is good. And she had someone on saying the buzz is Sean Penn already very, very best supporting actor Oscar smelling.
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm up for Sean Penn making a little bit of a comeback, to be honest. I feel like he's been away for a little bit too long.
I just kind of want him to shut the fuck up. Like that's the thing with Sean Penn. I'm not going to say stay in your lane because that's a really fucking dangerous line to say, but I'd like him to remember that he's in the entertainment industry, and I'd like him to do the things that he does, but I also wouldn't mind him goofing off on Hot Ones. Just a bit of that, just to like temper the facade he's made for himself would be nice, maybe.
Because the thing is, he would be quite fun on something like that. And I think it is something he would do, but it's almost like he's not out of belligerence.
Yeah, that's essentially the point I think I'm trying to make there. Like,
have fun. Stop intentionally taking yourself too seriously.
Yeah, he really, really enjoys smelling his farts, does Sean Penn, and it would be cool if he could not for a bit.
Agree.
But we'll see. And, are we going to get DiCaprio on Hot Ones? Probably not. Could we get... Even though, then again, maybe at this point.
Maybe, because...
Get Sean Penn on Chicken Shop Date.
It's possible that he's just never been asked because everyone's afraid to ask him to do shit. And he'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't know what Hot Ones is. It wouldn't surprise me if Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't have a YouTube account.
Oh, no, absolutely. They're kind of like he's one of the last movie stars who could get away with not doing Hot Ones, and it's like, oh yeah, because he's Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, fair enough.
Like he's one of the last movie stars I think that can get away with, like, if somebody interviewed him and said, what do you do if you don't interact with things like this? And he could just go, models. And you'd be like, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, I am fucking fully in the can for this movie. It looks fucking well up my street. We
both were before, but this is the first bit of marketing for it and the Fortnite thing, which is a little bit of a whiff of death of cinema, but at the same time, if it gets people interested in a Paul Thomas Anderson film, sure.
The thing is, I had like Fortnite. I mean, not. Had Fortnite been around when things like... I mean, I don't think Magnolia would have ended up with Fortnite skins, but Boogie Nights could have if it wasn't what it was related to, if that makes sense.
Could you imagine if there's just like a fucking emote where he just gets it out. And you just get fucking Robert Ridgely going like, big beautiful cock.
Yeah.
So Jack tells me you got a big beautiful cock. Can I see it?
Can I see it?
Sorry, I don't. We will talk about Boogie Nights later, but my God.
Trailers. Right, fuck it. I'm not gonna give it the fucking credence of being a big trailer. So the animated feature Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It just looks like another one of those.
Can I say something? It looks like fucking shit. It looks hideous.
This is the thing. Yeah, I don't think it looks that impressive anymore.
No, it doesn't, does it? It's you watch it going. I was watching the trailer and Becky is just aggressively not interested in these. And I am not interested in it, but I am fascinated by how much Cameron has just committed to, this is all I'm going to do. He will never make another movie probably now. It will just be this. And it's just like, there's going to become a point, and we've said it on the podcast before, you should never bet against Cameron. But there's going to come a point where audiences are going to go, we just don't care. And it just feels a little bit like this looks shit. It looks boring. It looks unfocused. It looks like a computer game that I don't want to play.
The idea... I'll be honest, the idea of kind of like Na'vi who have not been brought up on the same religion could be interesting, but the fact that it is just like, alright, so they're bad guys, just feels boring.
Yeah.
Like, like if there was like some shades of grey, which maybe there will be in the film, who knows, then, you know, that could be something, but... You know, we're not going to have another one of these for 2 or 3 years after this one. This is like, there's going to be a gap. Like a gap now. And then we'll get the last two.
Is it 2 or 3 years since the last one?
I
want
to say... No, it might be 3, you know. And that's a gap in itself, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I think it's kind of like shielded by the fact that you know that there was such a long gap between 1 and 2.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You're right, though. The fact that James Cameron is basically only going to make Avatar films for the rest of his life is such a shame.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. All power to him. He's not being forced to do it. He could just as easily get Robert Rodriguez to direct the next 2 if he wanted to, and I'm sure he'd be bang up for it.
Yeah.
And I'll just say plot prediction now. Jake Sully gets taken off on a ship headed for Earth at the end of this one.
Yeah. Right, what else we got? Whistle. Did you watch this one?
I did, yeah. It's kind of interesting that it's just like an IFC and Shudder film.
Yeah.
Doesn't come out till 2026.
Yeah.
But, like, here's a trailer.
Yeah. At first I was a bit like, this looks a little bit generic. And I was like, but there's some fucking fun imagery in this. And I'm just like, yeah, go on then. I'm alright with that. Looks fun. That guy just bursting into flames. Go on then.
You do need a bit more of like the Hereditary, just like, oh, Gabriel Byrne just went up in flames. He didn't deserve that.
Yeah, you do need a little bit more of people just randomly been on fire.
Yeah, totally.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Yeah. Lots watched like half an hour of Five Nights at Freddy's at a friend's a couple weeks back and just seems to be more bored than anything else, which is interesting because like she doesn't get on well with scary things, but like it just didn't seem to have that much of an effect on her.
That does not surprise
This
me.
one, they've given it what? Like they've probably given it a bigger budget, so it's not just set in the one place. That could be interesting, I suppose. Massive who gives a fuck vibes.
Yeah, that's it. It does feel a little bit like that. It feels like you're not got. It doesn't feel like it's a continuation of the last one. It just feels like it's another Five Nights at Freddy's film.
Yeah, but you know what? Like her generation, FNAF is huge.
Yeah,
They all know what it is. They all know like the lore and all that kind of stuff, which is kind of fucking weird. But you know, hey. It's not for us. It's not for us.
No, and I'm fine with that. I'm glad. It's one of those that I'm glad it exists. It exists. I'll watch it. I hope it's good. It probably won't be for me. Another one that I not even hope will be good, but I just think looks like why is this happening? Spinal Tap 2. The end continues.
Right. I'll just say before we get into the actual trailer, the fact this is getting an IMAX release. The whole experience it in IMAX. IMAX are so... They're really skirting the edges of just like that value proposition dropping off the face of the earth.
It will be just the concert bits, I reckon, in IMAX.
No, but I mean, like,
but it shouldn't be.
Won't
it
even
shouldn't
be in IMAX framing. It's literally just they'll stick any old shit in an IMAX screen now.
Yeah, and it should be a premium format, not just a bigger screen.
That's it. Like Avatar, Fire and Ash in IMAX 3D will probably be a better presentation than you'll get anywhere else. Nolan films absolutely will be.
I'm even like down for things like the Prince Sign of the Times documentary, concert documentary. That getting an IMAX thing because they are reformatting it for IMAX. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's it. The big picture, big sound.
Yeah.
It's Spinal Tap 2.
Yeah. But genuinely, who's going? Like, who's going? It just... I don't think this... I mean, we I might be wrong. I've seen this Spinal Tap. I've enjoyed it. I don't... It's not... It's not one of those for me, if that makes sense. Where, like it is for some others, and maybe it's actually just because I'm not. It's the generation, two generations before me. It's that film, that nostalgia film, but it also looks shit.
It is at least 20 years too late.
Yeah.
Rob Reiner's directing this, isn't he?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It feels like, I don't know, just why? None of you, when they announced they're doing it, I was very much like, but why? None of you need the paycheck, and no one's clamouring for it. So is there something you want to say? And then
I feel like it's the first feature-length Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah. And then the trailers come out and it's like, oh, that's it. It just feels a little bit sad. And I don't need This Is Spinal Tap to become sad.
Yeah, agree.
What else do we have? Good Fortune.
Yeah, it looks alright, this.
Yeah. Looks kind of fun. A bit of a, swaps your lives around movie. and just, I mean, what's it? Keanu Reeves, like as a line cook, Angel, just smoking a cigarette outside the, what is it? Just kind of like bogged down on life, looks fun.
Come on, man, this is all I have. Yeah, good.
It's one of those where if it's anything more than like 97 minutes, it's run out of patience for me.
Yeah, fair.
I'm just having a look and seeing what it says, how long it actually is. 98. Oh, it's 98 minutes. Fucking hell. You're pushing me there, Aziz.
Might get long credits.
Yeah. I'll use that. I'll use the credits bit as well, is it?
Did you see the trailer for Eternity?
I didn't get to it, no.
This is a great fucking concept for a film.
Ooh, what is it?
So, it's basically Miles Teller's like died, and he's woken up in this kind of like way station for like, right, you're dead. Now you've got to pick where you want to be for eternity. And he sees his wife, and that like I think everybody's kind of like been. It seems like they've been aged to their ideal ages or something, because like him and his wife's Elizabeth Olsen, been married for like 50 years. And then she's taken away by someone. And it's just like, we've been waiting for like 60 years for this. And then her first husband, who died like 60 years before in a war, is there. And he's been waiting for her. So now they've got it's like, who's she gonna choose to be with for eternity, her first or her second husband? I think that's a pretty good hook for a movie, to be honest.
I'll watch the shit out of
that. And the other one's Callum Turner, so it's like one of the internet's boyfriends versus an internet boyfriend from like 10 years ago, which is interesting. It looks like it's got the potential to be quite saccharine. That Big Bold Beautiful Journey trailer, it kind of slightly gave me those vibes. That film, by the way, doesn't seem to be playing in any festivals or anything like that. They're just putting it out in September. That's got me worried about that.
It's weird that, isn't it? It is just dropping, isn't it?
Yeah. It's odd. But this looks like it could be all right, actually. So yeah. I also watched the full Red Band trailer for Fixed.
Yep.
Again, just
you're not sure what it is.
What I know, I mean, like I don't know who it's made for.
Yeah.
But hey, Genndy Tarkovsky got his passion project made, I suppose. So cool.
Fair enough. Yeah. Right. Shall we take a quick pee break? And then come back in. I think Bex has just arrived. Fantastic Four, The First Steps, is
interesting choice.
Is written by some people, many people, and directed by a man called Matt Shakeman. And who's around this time? Pedro Pascal's there, Vanessa Kirby's there, even Moss. Is it Backrack?
I say Backrack.
Backrack is there, Joseph Quinn's there, Julia Garner's there, Mark Gatiss is around, Ralph Ineson's there, and other people. So what's this one about? Forced to balance their roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond, the Fantastic Four must defend Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus and his enigmatic herald Silver Surfer. Bex.
Can I just say about this whole Silver Surfer thing?
Yeah.
In Silver Surfer, there's been a lot of discourse about this online, about the fact that they've gender swapped Silver Surfer for this. It's a whole different character that's actually present in the comic books.
Is it?
Yeah. Shalabalala, whatever the fuck it's called, is a different character.
Well, Shalabalala is not the civil service. Silver Surfer.
Also, as well, right? Silver Surfer, Surfer. Neither of those Silver or Surfer are not They're not genders.
No, I know, but the Silver Surfer in the comic books is a dude.
Gives a fucking shit.
So people have been like, oh, gender swapping, woke bullshit about it. And
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Good stuff.
It isn't the Silver Surfer character.
To be honest,
a whole different character that's...
Whenever anything mentions the word work, it instantly makes me stop reading or stop listening to that person.
Yeah,
so,
I get that.
Yeah, so I won't, that won't have crossed me. But anyway, Becky, Fantastic Four. What do you think?
I don't want to go first on this.
Well, you haven't spoken yet, so...
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. It's a bit overlong, but they all feel a bit overlong. They're all a bit paddy, but yeah, I think overall it was really good. There's always like, well, more recently there's a kind of dread's probably a bit strong, but something along those lines with new Marvel movies of like
apprehension.
Yeah, that's the one. With new Marvel movies that you like, because they've fumbled the ball so spectacularly, it's yeah, I just don't trust them anymore. But I was keen for this. Everybody involved are people that I like, apart from the Bear Man, who I'm not super familiar with because I don't watch the Bear, and also who is going to be a rock man, so it's not like he's going to look like him anyway. But so yeah, I had kind of high hopes of it, and it's good. My only issue with it, and it's quite a big issue actually, given the storyline, is I really don't give a shit about that baby or her pregnancy or all that bullshit, or reducing women to just being wives and mothers.
Just very, very quickly, Bex, and there's a reason why I'm cutting you off. Mark, what did you think about the baby?
I had a similar thing there, in the fact that it does seem a little bit like, what's she called? Sue Storm. She just becomes a mother in it.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is that. And I did feel a little bit like, this feels a little bit reductive.
And did you feel that they should just give Galactus the baby?
No. No. Because it falls into... I get the whole idea of the fact that it's the idea of it being one life for millions, but that life doesn't get to make that decision. So therefore, the whole idea would be there is it's giving up your humanity to save humanity. Are you really saving humanity? I'm on board with that. I'm okay with that idea.
So
I'm
going to give Noel...
Well.
What?
On the flippy flip, if Galactus had won and destroyed the Earth, then the baby would have died as well.
No, but that's the thing. You look for another way. I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna give Noel a maybe mild passing grade for the WhatsApp message he sent me. I was talking about Fantastic Four First Steps with him generally, and he said, I would also like to hereby document that either Mark or Becky's, probably Becky's, review will include the words, just give him the fucking baby or similar. I hope you will read this out on the show when it happens.
Yeah, I was alright with the idea of that. I'm okay with that storyline.
I think Becky saying, I don't give a fuck about the baby, I think is in the ballpark of that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying sacrifice it, I just don't really care about it. It's babies are just boring as plot points.
Right. I will quickly just put a little bit of my thought in for it, and I'll let you continue. Ian, jump in.
No, I interrupted Becky, so it was like I just wanted to give Becky the space.
I would say one of my worries is
Mark immediately starts talking. Okay, that's fine.
I didn't give a fuck about. I'm going to stop about any of the characters. Carry on, Bex.
I can't remember where I was.
I'm so sorry.
Vanessa Kirby being just a wife and mother.
Yeah, it just feels like we've had this slight regression in the last couple of years, whereby female characters have just become a bit that again, and you know, oh, she's really strong. She's really, really strong, but only when she's protecting her baby. Otherwise, she's just a bit glimmery. What?
What? So it relates to what you're saying.
Okay.
Also, if she's that heavily pregnant, right, she probably shouldn't be going on a fucking spaceship, mate. And that isn't addressed in the movie. He doesn't even turn out and say, no, you're staying home. And she's going, well, no, I'm not. I'm coming. You don't even get that. It's just, she's just going, hey, maybe not. Maybe not.
Oh, that fucking extended labour scene on the ship. Could have lived without that. Didn't need that. Boring.
I thought you quite liked the film.
I did. Honestly, the only thing that really annoyed me in it was Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm, and the pregnancy shit. I didn't even necessarily mind the baby once it was there. That was fine. There was some quite cute little moments. That's fine.
Why are Vanessa Kirby and Sue Storm two separate things, by the way? Sorry.
Because I thought Vanessa Kirby was shit and Sue Storm was an annoying character. I didn't think she did well with it. And I don't think the character was... I mean, really given an awful lot to do. But then, realistically, individually, there weren't any of them given an awful lot to do. I don't think they were very well fleshed out. But it's an introductory kind of movie. There's 4 main characters that you have to cover. So I do kind of get that. But I don't... For some
and we don't
reason,
need another origin story.
No, you don't need another origin story for those characters. But... I felt it most egregiously with her character. I think you kind of get a feeling for who Reed Richards is, and you can't... Is it Reed Richards?
Yeah.
And you kind of get a feeling for who Johnny Storm is. And, you know, Rockface Man, he's growing a beard and, you know, macking on Natasha Lyonne. That's relatable. He's just wanting to find love in a loveless world. But Sue, all she has is wife and mother. There's nothing else to her. And it pissed me off.
But you like the movie?
I like the movie. And from an aesthetic point of view, it's mint. Like, it looks ace. All the kind of Jetsons-esque kind of stylistic stuff that's in there. I love that. That was mint. But I thought Pedro Pascal was great. I thought Joseph Quinn was great, and what's his name? I can't keep calling him Bear Man.
Ebon Moss-Baccarat.
That guy, he was great. He was actually probably my favourite.
Do you know what I think it is? Because he doesn't look like he should be called that.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. It's a bit exotic for the face he has.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was probably actually my favourite. He's actually probably the only one that's got that's got anything going on outside of fantastic fouriness. Because he just keeps going for a walk to see Natasha Lyonne.
Ian, what did you think of it?
It's interesting because I feel like my thoughts on it are echoed by you guys in terms of I liked it, but also here's a bunch of shit that's wrong with it. But it's like the vibe of it was, yeah, you know, that was quite a fun time. But I've got to be honest, I almost thought they were actually going to do do you know what, Johnny Storm is gay, by how virgin his, like, I've never seen a woman naked performance Joseph Quinn gives in this.
Yeah.
When he said, you know, I like space, I like the ladies. It's like, do you?
Do you? It's like, do you? Do you really?
I mean, like, I know that's almost kind of like lizard brain, but it's like, I honestly thought he could have been a eunuch. He was just an action figure.
Can I just point out, part of that, I think, is because they've given him real eunuch-coded hair.
There is that as well, Bex. That's a great point.
They have really done him dirty with that hairstyle.
Yeah, if they'd have given him better hair, you might have thought he could be a bit of a cad.
Yeah.
But he also has a bit of a...
He's got a face of like a cherub.
He's got a sad face.
Yeah.
He's got a concerned face.
He does. And then, Pedro Pascal, with the kind of like the doing his voice in a higher register than he usually does kind of thing. The only one of the male characters in this film who looked like they fucked was the Rock Man.
Well, that and Paul Walter Hauser.
Actually, yeah.
Oh yeah, he looks like he's got some real creepy shit going on, but some game.
Yeah.
He's got some moly shit going on underground. Yeah. For sure. But yeah,
a literal underground sex club.
They got to pass the time while Galactus is trying to nom on a baby.
Well, true that.
Or the Earth. He's not trying to nom on the baby. He's trying to get the baby to take his
place.
Eternal hunger.
Take my hunger. Mate.
Yeah, okay. This is I feel like I'm going to re-watch this and be like, was I fucking hypnotised while I was in the cinema?
The thing is, right, I'll give off my bit a little now on what I thought of it. It is aggressively fine.
It's
whilst
fine.
you're watching it, right? But then when you go back and look at it...
Thunderbolts is fucking good.
Yeah, whereas this is aggressively fine. And that's the bit. But when you actually start breaking it down, like you said, Bex, there's not really that much character building, with the exception of maybe the Thing. Johnny Storm is just admit that you're gay, dude. Reed Richards is actually...
I just think he's a virgin. I don't think he's ever seen a girl naked. That performance is that.
Yeah, it doesn't... Yeah, I can agree with that. Reed Richards is actually a bit shit. He's a bit shit. He's like, all I know how to do is... All it is that he's the smartest man in the world, but nothing he does actually works.
Well, I mean, the whole kind of like they're going to transport the Earth only fucked up because the Silver Surfer destroyed shit.
However, the problem there is, right, when he's doing all that and saying, it's this, it's like, wait a minute, but if one of those doesn't work, the whole thing's fucked. Yes. Then I'm sorry, you need to come up with a better plan.
I mean, it was kind of a... Holy fuck, this is the only thing really we can do. This man's going to come and eat our planet.
Then you need to think of something else. Think a little bit more.
Alright, what would you have done?
What? I'm not the smartest man in the fucking world.
So you think if he just thought a little bit more, they could have got out of it?
Right, just if you get to that, right, and you look at it and go, but it probably won't work, just think of something else. But also as well, he comes up with the idea... Who are all the people fucking building this shit all over the world?
Oh, Mark, I mean, like, mate, I'm sorry, but the world's pulling together. I'm in this film with this kind of vibe. I'm all right. Personally, I'm all right with that.
I'm not all right with it. I'm just saying it doesn't work.
He's literally come up with the technology that makes teleportation possible. He is really smart. He can't.
He moves an egg.
Which would have moved the fucking Earth if...
Apparently.
Oh, God, you're being real...
No, but it's that whole kind of like, give me a lever in the right variables and I can like lift the Earth. It's that.
I'm not buying it. I think it's a bit... I think the character is just a little bit crap. He seems to do an awful lot of standing and thinking and not a lot of action.
That's all Mark. He's not supposed to be anything other than clever and bendy. Stretchy.
His bendy's a bit shit as well.
No.
When it gets to that, you're like, that's crap power. You got duped there.
I mean...
Coming back to Earth and saying, like, yeah, it didn't work. They asked the price too steep. What was the price? They wanted my baby.
Maybe don't tell him that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that is a maybe don't tell him that.
Like, there's the other bit there of... Mate,
they wanted all your babies, he could have said.
Yeah, right, mate, but as well, the other bit there is, don't take your heavily pregnant wife... who you've been trying to have a kid with for years and it hasn't worked, into space.
Yeah, and you're super paranoid about...
You're that paranoid, but she's alright about space. Yeah.
Maybe, this is the most I've ever heard you care about the health of a child, and, I've known you for, 15 years at this point.
Right, maybe leave that there, and then...
your daughter?
When you get back, then, when they say, oh, what happened? Don't just fucking tell them everything. You could have just gone, it You don't need to say he was trying to make a deal. You go, oh, you can't reason with that guy. He's just a fucking loon.
He's a prick.
He's a loon.
Yeah.
It'd just be like, all right, you go up there and talk to him then.
Yeah.
No. My rocket's ready to go, mate. Come on.
Yep, there's that. But I was perfectly fine with my bits while I was watching it. I will watch it again because I'll either go, do you know what? It's really fun. Or I'll go, what is going on? But now, the fact that going forward, that guy is going to be the head of the Avengers. How?
I don't know. I mean, shit, man. They said like the Eternals was going to be a big part of the MCU, and then the Eternals comes out, does nothing, and they'll course correct whenever the fuck they need to.
The only one where I'm very much like, yep, I am behind the continuing adventures of that guy is what's it, Ben Grimm. He's really good in it. He
is really good.
He gets a lot of he does more emotionally than any of the other ones.
And he grows a real sick rock beard.
He does grow quite a cool rock beard.
Yeah.
I like the fact as well that it's like he's fine with it.
Yeah.
I've turned into this. That's fine. There's no, like Natasha Lyonne looks like she might shag him.
Yeah. And there's a moment where he's trying to work out and think, how would that work? Let's find out.
Yeah. I feel like we're wrapping up, so I will say as well, I love how low the mid-credit sting was.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That's it.
You're not even going to like actually show it's Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, but apparently it is Robert Downey Jr. as well.
And they've been filming Doomsday for months. They genuinely could have had him show his face. And, some people would have fucking popped off for that.
Just weird.
Okay, well, if we are wrapping up, there is something that I want to say as well.
Oh, cool.
Really disappointed that he didn't twang him like an elastic band.
Why did he twang him like... We had this conversation over pizza afterwards, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the only reason I can think for why he didn't twang him like an elastic band is that Galactus doesn't know what an elastic band is, so has never had that joy of twanging like an elastic band. But the fact that he doesn't, we have missed a great cinematic moment of him just going, dung!
I've got to say as well, Galactus was shit.
Yeah, he's not that great a villain.
Just big, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah, the elastic band thing, that was some real blue ball shit.
Yeah, and the fact that Galactus fucks up a little bit when he comes down in that ship thing and then jumps and he's in water and he's like, fucking shit, I've cocked up a bit here. I'm falling over. Fucking hell, why did I just jump out of land?
Yeah.
Yeah, he done gone fucked up a little bit there. Yeah, but he was a shit villain. Yeah. It's definitely not shit, because it's not shit. But, yeah, it's just perfectly fine. It's 7 out of 10. It is the most 7 out of 10 movie I might see this year.
I just like that it's not the most disappointing Marvel movie of recent memory.
It's no Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts is good.
Because Thunderbolts is great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Audience poll, definitely not shit, 88%, and touching cloth, 12%.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, fuck it, let's barrel into another fucking review. What? No what?
I know what the next one is.
Bring Her Back is written and directed by... Well, no, it's written by Danny and Michael Philippou. Written by another man as well. And stars Sally Hawkins and other people. A brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother. Kind of almost what it's about, but not quite. Ian.
Yeah.
What did you think to Bring Her Back?
Yeah, I mean, look. It's grim. But a couple of points where the kid grim stuff I was a little bit just like, oh, he's doing that now. All right, So I will say, as I think I mentioned on the podcast a couple of months back, I'd already heard a very detailed what happens in this film, so none of that surprised me. What I thought was interesting, though, I didn't really pick up from that, was how sad it is. Because, Sally Hawkins is doing some fucked up stuff in this. But it's because she misses her kid, because she feels like she let her kid down. And, that whole mother absolutely desperate to do anything she can to bring her kid back. I thought Sally Hawkins, just played that really, really, really well. And I liked this more than I did Talk to Me, and I feel like the reaction to this has been more muted. And I'll be honest, I do slightly wonder if that's because a lot of the folks in the film review game these days are people younger who don't have kids. I
think there is a life experience. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that the Philippou brothers, they're in their early mid-20s, I think, and they wrote this, and Sally Hawkins doing this instead of Paddington 3 is fucking hilarious, but I do wonder whether she might have added some stuff here with her the life experience. I'm not saying she's had some really bad moments with kids, but just being a middle-aged woman. I thought it was really interesting, actually, and gnarly, but what I remember more out of it is what Sally Hawkins is doing here.
Bex, what do you think?
Do you know what? I said to you after we'd watched it, I like the fact that it doesn't waste any fucking time going, da 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 da, this is nice, they're with Sally Hawkins, this is lovely, everything is fine. She's fucking mental from the start. She's creepy as fuck from the start. And the fact that it maintains that level of dread for the entirety of that movie is such an accomplishment. She is just terrifying. Even when she's nice,
she's a nutball.
She's terrifying. The bit at the funeral, terrifying. The bit where she's letting them get pissed, terrifying, because what's she doing that for? When's that going to come back? Just everything that she does, you're like, why is she doing that? And it is so accomplished of the film to make you feel so paranoid for the whole runtime. I mean, obviously it's horrible for anyone to lose a child. That is awful. But I don't feel like I felt the same level of empathy for her as obviously Ian was saying. There's a bit of you do feel a bit sorry for her because she's beating herself up about it. I mean, yeah, props, don't let your blind kid wander around a pool. But it's the bit where she's try to drown Piper and she's just let me do this. It's fucking no. Absolutely fucking not. And the bit when she's trying to explain it to I don't know, let's call her Marge, Wendy, is just the desperation that she's able to communicate in those bits is she's just really fucking good in it.
It's the desperation that she's able to communicate, but she's logicized it to herself that what she's doing is logical. And that it's okay, and she can't understand why other people wouldn't just see it that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's completely rationalised it in her head.
Nutball.
Yeah.
She's nutball.
Even just her funeral outfit cracked me up.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say my bit on it. I hated it. I hated every single
really?
second.
Wow.
There was, and it's not the fact that I don't think Sally Hawkins is good, the story is good, or anything like that. I hated every second of it. No, correction. There's a half second I enjoyed when Piper ran at that pole. Sorry.
No, window. It's a window.
No, it's a pole.
Oh.
That shit was funny.
Yeah.
Right? That was the only bit that I enjoyed because it was funny. Because when is somebody running into a pole not funny? Right? But the rest of it, I found it just monumentally uncomfortable.
It's a horror movie about grief.
That's
it's not
fine.
meant to be funny.
No, I'm not saying it should be funny. But I found myself just really uncomfortable throughout it all. I found it grim. I just found it really, really sad overall.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I think I said to you at one point that I am just absolutely not enjoying this at all. And not even like there's bits where you can watch horror films where you go, I'm not enjoying this, but it's got me. But like The Descent, for instance. You don't really enjoy The Descent, but you get a thrill out of it. Out of what's going on. But I wasn't getting the thrill. I just want this to fucking end, so I'm no longer watching this absolute sack of misery that has been poured upon me. And I was watching it going, fucking just... It's a well-made film. It made me feel uncomfortable, which it's supposed to. Sally Hawkins is very good. All the kid actors in it are very good. But then there is a clang. There is a massive clang where it has its Martha moment.
Yeah, the Martha moments.
Is a clang.
Yeah.
Where
all the work she's evidently put into this whole plan, and then it's just like,
Mom! And then she's like, oh, I'm going to stop now.
Yeah.
It's like, nah.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You are too nutball to do that.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a fuck up.
Yeah.
To be honest. And I don't think they should have killed, what's his name?
The brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Largely because I liked him. And he'd been having to endure Sally Hawkins pissing on him.
She didn't actually pissed on him. She pissed in a receptacle.
Yeah, and then chucked it on him. Which, I mean, like, that is some... That Russian video she was watching wasn't telling her to do that. She thought of that all by herself.
Yeah.
Some psychological torture shit there.
Yeah, she seems to be revelling in that a little bit.
She wants riffing, doesn't she?
Yeah, but she doesn't need to enjoy it that much.
I gotta say, I did like that she's obviously unhinged from the start. But when it's like, well, you know, what checks did you do on her? It's just like, I've known her for years.
Yeah, she used to work here.
Yeah, you know, I like that. It was like, do you know what?
She lost a child?
But that's believable as fuck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Some, like, local social services would absolutely bloody do that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, has anyone got any...
Mark, what's your rating? I'm just, like, is it going to be the first ever for you?
No, it's not. It's not thanks I hate it, because there's no thanks. It's just... I'm just saying shit.
It's not shit, though. It's objectively not shit. You've
I
said it's
disagree.
well made and you've said it's well acted, so you can't say it's shit.
I can, because I just don't see the point in it.
No, because you hate it.
Exactly.
Thanks, it's a well made movie and it's well acted.
There's
But
no-
I hate it.
no-
It's a thanks I hate it.
there's no
It's
thanks.
the very fucking definition.
There's no thanks.
No,
Mate.
Alright. We came up with this with...
Yeah.
What was it?
Suspiria.
Don't know,
No,
but
it
I'm
wasn't.
high-fiving you, Becky. Yeah.
It was the Rosamund Pike one with the care home shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I came up with Thanks I Hate You because I fucking despised that movie. But thanks for making it. It was well made and well acted, but I fucking hated it. It is the very definition of it.
If that's how I define it, then yeah.
Yeah.
Then I will say it's a thanks I hate it.
Everything you've said, Mark, this is the definition of a thanks I hate it for you.
It's
for me.
It's a thanks I hate it, which I think you're right, Ian. I think this is my first ever thanks I hate it.
It 100% is, because I am stunned. Like, honestly, I've been trying to hold back my holy fucking shit from the moment you started talking, because I've never heard you react to a film like this.
Yeah,
Like, it has done a number on you.
It did. I just didn't like it. It maybe is just that tinge of uncomfortability got me. But from literally the second it started, I was like, I am not liking the vibe of this.
But then it succeeded in what it was trying to do.
But then I don't like feeling like that then.
That's fine. You hate it. That's fine.
There's
Yeah,
no thanks.
it is the thanks. And the thing is, I think if I'd not spoiled myself, I think I would be a thanks I hate it as well. But I'd prepare myself because I knew. I'll be honest. This one, I didn't think I was going to watch it.
Yeah, you were kind of against it at first, weren't you?
Because and I think I actually said on the show I'm not gonna watch it, and then I was like, do you know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Let's just see what it is. So I wouldn't usually do that. If it was a film that we were like I thought I was going to watch, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, man, that's fucking fascinating. We found the film.
Yeah, it probably will never happen again, but we found it. And our audience poll, by the way...
Do you not want to know what me and Ian thought?
You're both different shit, aren't you?
Have we said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not shit.
Yeah, definitely not shit. I really, really enjoyed it, actually, and it didn't make me sad apart from the bureaucracy attached to the foster care system.
Well, our audience poll is definitely not shit.
That's fucking mental, Becky.
Yeah.
But yes, alright, fine. Definitely not shit.
The fact that a 17-and-a-half-year-old boy could be separated from his sister because he's 20 weeks too young is just fucking insane.
Well, our audience poll is definitely not shit 25%, touching claw 25%, and shit 50%.
Fair.
Yeah. Right, before we get into PTA, I do need to go for another bathroom break, my friend.
I'll go as well. I can't believe we've got a thanks I hate it out of Mark. Fuck. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Right. Let's get into it. So the first film in our Punch Drunk Bastards, the films of Paul Thomas Anderson, is Hard 8 or Sydney, depending on where you are. And who's its star? You've got Philip Baker Hall, who is kind of reprising his role of Sydney from Midnight Run. John C. Reilly, Gwyneth Paltrow and Samuel L. Jackson, and obviously some other people, including Philip Seymour Hoffman, crops up there. And what is it about? A stranger mentors a young, troubled Reno gangster. Ian, hard 8. What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, I feel like it's very much a first film, but with like a holy shit cast. But maybe holy shit now, not necessarily then.
Which I think also comes up in Boogie Nights. The same thing comes up from Boogie Nights as well. We'll talk about Boogie Nights. I mean, like he knows how to fucking cast, doesn't he? Jesus Christ. But I don't want to go too long on Hard 8 because it's his first film. It's really good. I'll be honest, I think when John C. Reilly is basically out of the picture, I think it loses its momentum, and the whole third act feels completely just like it's spun around the twist. Oh, he killed John C. Reilly's dad. Right, okay, fine. But yeah, I like it. It's got style. It's got panache. It's got like good tracking shots and stuff like that. But watching it next to Boogie Nights is a little bit comparing a fucking McDonald's burger to like Wagyu steak. It's good. It's a very, very accomplished debut movie, is what I would say there, in terms of it's really well made, it's well cast, it looks good, it looks like a movie, but the story probably doing a bit more polishing.
Yeah. I feel like there needed to be more to it, to be honest. It's odd that Gwyneth Paltrow is this like really flighty, is she into him, is she not into him person, and then it's they're just going to go off and all right, they actually are in love with each other. Oh, okay, fine, all right, let's just spend like 40 minutes with Sydney then.
Yeah, but that's it. It's you can see within this film that there is a very talented filmmaker there, but this isn't the vehicle for it quite yet. What did you think to it, Bex?
Yeah, well, I've seen this before, but I didn't remember it.
I mean, it was probably 25 years since you'd seen it.
Yeah. I really liked it. I think it's difficult to kind of say what I want to say without speaking about Boogie Nights, but the people in this felt like real people to me. So you can take from that what you will, Boogie Nights. But
interesting.
I just feel like it just felt quite organic in a way that Boogie Nights doesn't.
It's more grounded in a real world, in a real, not real world, in a more. Not real world, but more of a familiar world, a more standardised world. Whereas we'll come to it in a minute. But it's very, very good. It's very engaging to watch. But it's more just because dialogue-wise, it's very well written.
Yeah.
And you've got Philip Baker Hall giving a really good performance. He's very enigmatic as a screen presence. It's a good character.
Yeah.
You can see why Paul Thomas Anderson has chosen, from the character in Midnight Run, had chosen to go, I can do something with that. It's really clever. But yeah, I mean...
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed this on sort of rewatch.
Yeah. Emphatically, definitely not shit. But yeah. But then we're going to get into something else, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, I don't... I don't mean to like rush through Hard Eight. Like
There's not that much to it though. It's
they're
good.
all great, but yeah, there isn't that much to it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I think there's quite a lot to what we're about to talk about now, which is 1997's Boogie Nights. So I'm going to do, before I do the cast list, I'm going to do what IMDb says it is. An idealistic porn producer aspires to elevate his craft to an art after discovering a hot young talent. And it stars Mark Wahlberg, Julianne Moore, Burt Reynolds, Don Cheadle, John C. Reilly, William H. Macy, Heather Graham, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Louise Guzman, Philip Baker Hall, Thomas Jane's in there. Then you've also got people like Robert Downey Sr. is in there, Ricky Jay, and a bunch of other people who are very recognisable character actors. Now, when you say those names now, they like, holy fucking shit. But at the time, it was probably... I don't think Mark Wahlberg had quite become what he's become since. You know, he was still a little bit Marky Mark, it's like that attached to him. So Burt Reynolds was kind of the biggest star out of all of these.
Yeah.
And then now, there are a bunch of kind of like stars there.
And I mean, Burt Reynolds was like the 6th choice for it as well. You know, like... I've been listening to a lot of Boogie Nights related material over the last couple of days, and like apparently like Warren Beatty was very, very close to it, but then Paul Thomas Anderson got the sense that he actually wanted to play Dirk, and he was just like, "You just want to play Dirk, don't you?" And Warren Beatty was just like, "Yeah." And what? But Warren Beatty in that role,
also like Harvey Keitel and Bill Murray almost cast.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. But Burt Reynolds, I know I'm slightly getting into it, so apologies, but Burt Reynolds has got this just kind of like paternal, playing a porn director who doesn't feel sleazy and feels genuine in everything he's trying to do thing. That
just wants to make movies with a story.
Yeah. No, exactly. You know,
Fuck video.
I mean, this. You know, when Ricky Jay says to him, like, "This is a real. You made this thing fly. This is a real movie." It is. That's all he wanted. But he's this porn director, and I just don't. I don't feel like any of those other people would have actually been able to get to that place.
No.
It's an incredible performance. It's so annoying that Burt Reynolds was so shit about this film until he died. Because he's great and the film's great. Anyway, sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
No, that get into it. Let's get into it. It's been a while since I've watched Boogie Nights. It's been probably touching sort of 10, 15, about 15 years since I watched Boogie Nights. And it troubles my top 10 of all time, Boogie Nights. I think it's his second, it's Paul Thomas Anderson's second movie. And not only that, he's 26, 27 years old when he made it. And then you've got the absolute sheer confidence of that opening tracking shot. And there's a lot of them, quite long tracking shots that run throughout this movie of, you know, obviously they're not all one shot, but they are all one movement within the film. It's just like, the sheer just hubris of it is incredible.
And that's my one very, very mild criticism is... there are a lot of them, and there is a little bit of look what I'm doing, but I think what doesn't help there is the fact that the absolute high point of it is the sequence. And actually, no, sorry, that's not a one shot; it's a montage. No. Do you know what? I think I'm going to take that back because in my mind, the sequence where it ends up in the choreographed dance sequence in my mind was a one shot, but it's not because it's a montage leading up to that moment.
Yeah.
So, but it just everything up until the title card saying the 80s is basically the most watchable film of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so engaging, and then you have that moment where they literally, it's a really clever bit of filmmaker that goes, and then the 80s happened. Bex, come on, what do you think? Sure, you're making a weird face.
I remember really liking Boogie Nights.
Mm-hmm.
And you still do.
I really didn't enjoy it at all.
Did you not?
Wow.
Why?
I just... Especially that really fucking depressing section. If I'd been watching that on my own, I would have just turned it off and gone, absolutely fuck this shit, I can't be arsed. It's just depressing.
Just that entire bit where it's just like the bong on the score.
Yeah.
Bong. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it's a heavy stretch.
Not...
But then you've got Alfred Molina.
When Luis Guzman is one of the most believable humans in your movie... You've got a problem with the rest of your cast.
I don't know what you mean by this.
They're not believable as human beings. They're like fucking caricatures.
But I think it's what gravitates towards that industry. Is the larger than life and it's all about the artifice rather than the actual person.
That's fine, but like the head honcho of the whole thing is a real life human being. Like Burt Reynolds is believable as a human, and Luis Guzman is. The rest of them are just like cartoon characters, and it just it didn't engage me with any of them. And then when that like really depressing section's going on, it's just like, well, yeah, sure, and
this really worries me for what's going
yeah,
with Magnolia.
it really worries me. No, because I remember liking Magnolia.
But if you didn't get on with Boogie Nights on this rewatch because it's miserable,
it's not because it's miserable.
It's because it's depressing.
It's miserable. It's because it's miserable and I don't care about the people. But it's just
Then,
bleakness.
yeah, I'm really worried about Magnolia now.
Do you know what?
I'm really worried about the whole thing now because I was like, well, at least I've got Boogie Nights, and yeah, really, really didn't enjoy it on rewatch. Maybe I've just changed too much as I've grown.
I think I get what you're saying though, because like Mark Wahlberg in this like the 80s and on in this film, he gets the shit kicked out of him, and there's that whole sequence with Alfred Molina, and then by the end of it, it's just like he goes to Jack and he apologises, and Jack's like, yeah, okay, it's all right. Julianne Moore's, yeah, it's okay. She gets the whole kind of like the custody hearing thing and the crying, and then that doesn't necessarily wrap up.
But like,
yeah.
It wants you to feel sorry for these people, or it seems like it wants you to feel sorry for these people. Yeah, you're not allowed custody of your child if you're going to take them into a fucking massive drug-infused house with a load of porn stars. That makes sense.
Yeah, but you're supposed to think that.
Yeah, but she doesn't think that, and it's like, well, yeah, fuck off. So it stops you from feeling anything towards any of them because it's trying to make you feel sorry for them, and there's nothing really to feel sorry for them about.
But I don't think it is. I don't think it is trying to make you feel sorry for them.
I don't know, man.
I think it's showing you it, but I think you are supposed to be able to look at it and go, yeah, but there was drugs. We've seen it. There was drugs in the nonchalant way that when the girl ODs, and it's just like, just take her out the back.
Yeah, but it tries to make you feel sorry for Julianne Moore for losing custody of a child all the way throughout the movie. I don't. It's probably best that child doesn't see that person.
I don't get that vibe from it that it's trying to make you feel sorry for it.
I don't know, man. Like there's a lot of focus on it. It's what is it trying to do? If not, like you got that shot of her crying, and then that might be the last shot of her until like the end sequence.
It is the last shot of her, I think, until she's there with what's it?
With Burt Reynolds.
With Dirt Dick, yeah, with Dirt crying.
Oh yeah, she's like stroking him. Yeah. This It's interesting because like when I logged it on Letterboxd, I put 4.5, and then I thought about it, and I put it up to 5. But what Becky's saying, I think, is like the stuff that was making me go 4.5, where there is just something about the way that the third act, like Roller Girl, it's like she kicks the shit out of that guy, and that's basically it for her. Oh, okay then.
Yeah, but then
he's supposed to feel sorry for her because he's mistreating her. He's just fucking her badly. You're picking someone up the side of the street
he's being a prick as well.
And then getting fucked in the back of a car. What do you expect, really? It's not going to be like a professional environment that you.
But again, I don't think you're supposed to think that she's right to do that. I think you're supposed to think they're all horrible.
I think it wants you to sympathise with
it wants you to sympathise a little bit in the sense of the character that she is, and she's ended up in that world because she's not bright, and this is what she's got. So she's leaning into the fact that she enjoys, but she's desired. That's where she can excel. That's where she's. It's something that she can do. She can use what she's got, which is that she's hot, and it's that reminds her of the fact that it makes her feel small again. She's respected within that industry, and it makes her feel small again. I don't think you're supposed to go, that guy deserved a little bit of shit. He did. He's an arsehole. Right? Probably didn't deserve to have it stamped on his fucking head. What is it? Yeah, that's extreme. But then it's the other point of, I mean, because this film, it takes so many fucking cues from Goodfellas, it's unreal. But there's the same thing. There's loads of people go on constantly about Goodfellas, about it romanticising it, and it's like, no, you're missing the point. It looks shit all the time.
Yeah, it looks horrible. Why would you want to be in that environment?
And it gets to the end. There. A funny bit that I get with this is the fact that you get like the happy ending bit.
That's what I was going to say. That's where it's different than Goodfellas.
Right. What I'm trying to explain this to you is the funny bit of that is you get all of these happy endings, but you still get the Colonel getting the shit beaten out of him in prison, which is seen as like a happy ending. Yeah. That's
Shut
the
viewer,
fuck
up, Colonel.
Yeah, that's the viewer having the happy ending.
I've just got to say as well, the fact that God Only Knows plays towards the back of this film, and then Richard Curtis decided to do that 6 years later for Love Actually is very, very funny.
God, is it? I can't remember that. It's been that long since I watched it.
Like every time I watch Love Actually now, I'm going to be like, yeah, it's just like the end of Boogie Nights.
And I'm guessing you watch Love Actually more than you watch Boogie Nights.
Yeah. I don't think a Boogie Nights will be an annual Christmas watch with Don, even though I skip it most Christmases. But I mean, get into the positive though. Like the filmmaking is on point, and I also think it's a very, very, very funny film at a lot of points.
It's like a black comedy at points.
Wahlberg and Riley's first conversation about how much they can bench, and then Wahlberg's just like, no, you go first. 3, 2, 1, and then they don't say anything, and like that whole kind of like, did we just become best friends? It feels like that.
It is very much that, isn't it?
It's. I mean, that's great, and you know the William H Macy stuff. I know it ends like tragically, but we referenced this when Bex, you weren't on. But the whole kind of like, my wife's got a cock in her ass in the driveway, ass in a cock in the driveway, and just that entire Ricky Jay and him. And Ricky Jay's like talking about the cinematography and how they like what they need to do to improve the film, while in between them, out of focus, it's just a bunch of guys watching this dude fuck his wife.
Yeah, and the fact that Ricky Jay just walks down to it afterwards.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah. It just starts humbling off and then it cuts to the next scene. Sorry.
I said to you, didn't I, with that last one, I was like, how has he not just fucking killed her already? and then he goes and gets his gun.
Well, that's it. It's the him killing himself, and that is the moment the fun ends. That's the moment the fun ends.
I was quite shocked at how little of this movie I remembered, though, to be fair. And like you say, it is a while, though, since we've watched it.
But it is the moment when the fun ends. But there's still some funny shit, though, because immediately after that, it's Amber's documentary about Mark Wahlberg and John C. Reilly. And how he's just like, you know, I know this is... Riley's like, I know this is going to last forever. Yeah, but, you know... I can fuck in my own time, you know. I'm a magician. I'm into literature,
and then the fact that they're making the music and it's just shit.
Yeah, and he lets me block all my own like sex scenes and stuff. Lol. No, I don't.
No, I don't. but then you've got just the geniusness, and this is where I think that it's just for me. It just goes up levels. This movie is. The Alfred Molina bit, you can have like that happening, but the fact that there is then a Chinese kid just throwing firecrackers around throughout it all, it just adds more to it.
That made me so tense and uncomfortable when that kid was throwing firecrackers.
Oh yeah,
it's moments like that Paul Thomas Anderson is fucking great at doing. Just these moments of just absurdity within things. Like, you've got the bit in Inherent... That, to me, is the bit in Inherent Vice where when Bigfoot breaks in and just starts munching on all the fucking weed that's on his table.
Oh, God, what if I rewatch Inherent Vice and hate it?
Well, then you might have to start sleeping in the spare. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I've rewatched that so many times. All of it.
No, just... the only thing I'm going to say is... I was annoyed that I haven't watched Boogie Nights more in the past 10 years. Because it's fucking brilliant.
Sure.
I mean, it is. It just like that last hour. I do find that quite. Oh fuck. Which, you know, is the point. You know, it's the point, but. There's a grim to it there that, like, say, Goodfellas, it doesn't have that, and I think a part of it is the fact that it's set in the porn world, you know, so there is just a slight more scuzziness to it that maybe doesn't like align with what I like watching and whatnot. Even though I will say, Julianne Moore, I did realise watching this, kind of like a big old me watching this when I was 15, kind of like sexual awakening for me, I gotta say. You know, like, she's very
attractive.
Yeah. But yeah, like I say, everything up until the 80s is maybe the most watchable film ever made, and then the rest of it not as much. But hey, you did have the most watchable film ever made.
And you had Luis Guzman.
Do you know what? I wish he was in just
everything.
Most things.
Yeah. Luis Guzman's just wonderful.
Yeah, he is a delight.
Yeah.
I also like. I think she OD'd. Oh, you think so, Doctor?
Them chewing him out, saying, "It's the second girl that's done this week. Do you think maybe you got some bad shit?"
Yeah.
Like the Colonel, he, you know, not a great dude, but he had some good lines.
Oh yeah, Rutledge delivers that so well. But again, just the wonderment of the way that they take him down. And that scene between him and Burt Reynolds in the police station where he's explaining it, and Burt Reynolds barely says anything to him.
Yeah.
But he's doing an awful lot of sort of face acting. And it's just...
When he just cuts off the call when he's asking him if he's his friend as well.
Yeah. Fucking 5 out of 5 star banger for me. I mean, it's 100% definitely not shit on our audience, Paul. So Becky didn't vote.
No.
So what would you have it as? Is it a Thanks I Hate You?
I think up until when the 80s hit, it's probably a definitely not shit. And then from then on, it's a Thanks I Hate It, I think.
Wow. So yeah, right. Not really sure where that sits you. Where that means out. Well, next week we've got Magnolia. That's going to be fucking fascinating.
Is there less bad acting in that one?
There's no bad acting in Forgiveness. Yeah. Right. Questions. We have some. Andrew asks us, which of the Fantastic Four would make the best horror villain / monster?
Which Fantastic Four villain?
No, which of the Fantastic Four would make the best horror villain / monster? So, of the four of them.
I don't know if Vanessa Kirby gets rapey.
Yeah, I was going to say Sue Storm, because she could, like, sneak up on you and shit, couldn't she?
Like an invisible woman. Yeah, that's probably the right answer, actually, yeah.
Vanessa Kirby in a Disclosure-esque situation.
That could work. Without the weird AI fucking computer system at the end. Yeah. Wild that exists in a film. When isn't spoken about more.
I don't
Or,
know
like-
what you're referring to, but I'll research
Watch Disclosure.
it. Should I?
Yeah.
Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm trying to pick a girl up in a bar could be a horror film.
Yeah, I have a feeling it'd be like that Anna Kendrick one.
Oh, bless him. He just looks too pure, I think, for like the whole ladies' man image he's trying to project.
To be clear, I don't think it's Joseph Quinn's fault. Like,
No.
he was done dirty by the hair,
Yeah.
and the fact there's not one scene of him interacting with a woman other than his sister or an alien in the entire film.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
literally do him making out with some hot girl, and that would, like, earlier on, that would probably be enough.
Or have some of, like, when they're doing all the bits of media and it's showing them being them, have some stuff about Johnny Storm with gaggle of females falls out of club kind of thing. Like, have some kind of ladies man-esque headline.
But they have to make them all too pure
Wholesome, yeah.
and wholesome.
And that's the problem, isn't it?
Yep.
That's the thing. Because could you imagine now, they bring him into the Avengers world, and it's like him, like, hooking up with Florence Pugh or something like that.
No.
It would just be, no.
He wouldn't. He would go full blown fucking Jim from American Pie and bust a nut before she even got her clothes off.
Yes.
Dylan asks us, do you have any favourite uses of film samples used in music?
I mean, fun-loving criminals.
Yeah,
Got
Scooby
a bit on
Snacks.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
I mean, there's quite a few in the Wu-Tang Clan. I would say, like, What's It uses them a lot.
I like, on the first Gorillaz album, I want to say the track is A131 or something, which has a sample from Day of the Dead
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
that I really like, where it's like, hello. What the fuck's that? M1A1. Hang on, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can. Yeah. That.
Yeah, that's good actually. That one, yeah. But yeah, Full of Criminals is a good one. Wu-Tang Clan putting loads of like samurai stuff in theirs is always fun. I can't remember what film it is. I think it's from The Big Sleep at the end of Asphalt World by Suede is there. That's good because it kind of adds to the drama of the end of it.
What's that?
At the end of Asphalt World by Suede.
What's it got in it?
The sample from I think it's The Big Sleep, I think it is.
Oh.
Yeah. Doobie-doobie-doo. What else have we got? So we also have got another one. Oh, that's it. That was it. Oh wait, I'm sure we had another one. No, it was not sent via that. It was sent in a different way. Here we go. From Rick Kidd says. I didn't know who was playing Galactus until I heard the voice, and it was distinctively dulcet tones of Ralph Ineson. Who else has a voice which is most distinctive that perhaps they're more distinctive than perhaps their physical performance? So distinctive voice that outshines sometimes their ability to perform, not act, because Brad Ineson's a good actor.
Man.
I don't know, because like the distinctive voices are also distinctive people, like your Morgan Freemans and your.
I'll say, rest in peace to this dude, but Kevin Conroy, who voiced, it might not be film, but voiced Batman in TV and video games. He's a great Batman.
Yeah.
And then you see what that guy looked like in real life, and it was just like, fucking hell, mate.
Yeah, that's fair. Because the thing is, yeah, you're right. There's a lot of really good voices in films.
Oh, well, if we're allowed to do TV stuff as well, I'm going to say H. John Benjamin.
Oh, that's a good
strong shout. Yeah, I mean, he's done some film bits, Bex, so I think you can have him.
Yeah.
That's a really good shout. That. You see, you could
Because
have...
he does not look like he should be voicing, like, Archer, for example.
No. That's it, because you could throw people like... what's it, Tim Curry in there? But he's a good screen presence.
Yeah, that's why I was saying Morgan Freeman doesn't really count.
Try to think. I mean... You could throw people like Bobcat Goldthwait in there. I mean, that guy is more iconic for his voice than he is for his performances.
Yeah. That's
a good shout.
So yeah, I'd say somebody like that. Gilbert Gottfried.
It's just like you want someone who's like, they pulled that out of nowhere thing. And it's
Yeah.
like all I got stuck in my head, and it's not the right answer to this question, but it's like Robert Pattinson as the heron in The Boy and the Heron.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, that is an incredible vocal performance. How the fuck is it coming out of that person?
Yeah, that's kind of throwing it out there. A great underrated cinematic voice, and I forgot to mention him in the film we spoke about earlier on there, but wouldn't count on this because he is just enigmatic and brilliant. John Lovitz, because he's in Happy Gilmore too, and he's just... I wish John Lovitz was in more.
fair. How was Happy Gilmore 2?
It's fine for the first 40 minutes.
And then...
Not for the next
How is it shit?
80.
It's about the purity of golf, Bex.
Oh, fuck that shit.
Yeah. But whilst also showing you none of the purity of golf.
A game that, like F1's increasingly getting me at a faster pace than ever. The pure, there's some really fucking dodgy shit involved in all of this, and I'm not entirely sure I'm happy with being as into it as I am.
Yeah, fair.
It's just like the fact that like Trump has been in Scotland this week. He's the fucking president of the United States, and he's just trying to drum up, or like basically force people to do major golf tournaments at his fucking venue.
Yeah,
it's.
Oh yeah,
everything's so scuzzy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in Happy Gilmore too as well that are very sympathetic towards the US president.
Oh yeah. Like most golfers are very, very aligned with that, like his general ways of thinking.
Yeah, which is weird because Adam Sandler's very much not.
And probably F1 drivers too, to be honest. I still remember George Russell on this season of Drive to Survive going, "Oh, Donald Trump, I really want to meet him."
That does not surprise me.
No, he's a fucking bellend. Oh my god. It's not I've wasted my life, because I've only really been into F1 for like 2 or 3 years, but man, the scales have fucking fallen off, I tell you. Anyway.
What are we covering next week here?
Naked fucking gun, motherfucker.
Make a gun?
Yeah.
Oh, Naked Gun! Yes!
What do you
That
think
really
I
threw
said?
me off, Bex. Well done.
You're
Good
very
stuff.
welcome.
So
The
we've got
Naked
that,
Gun is next week.
and we have, and we also have
Magnolia.
Magnolia. Oh, it's going to be a fun one. We could go either way. Right, thank you.
Just to clarify, we're not fucking with the Legend of Ochi, are we?
No.
We don't have to.
That's fine.
No.
I might go to the cinema and watch Bring Her Back again.
Have at it.
I might.
Have at it, because, you know, the depressingness of the last sort of hour of Boogie Nights drags that down. But no, have at it. Go and watch 2 hours of that fucking misery.
I didn't find it miserable or sad.
Wow. Then maybe you should see somebody.
Mates.
Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you very much, folks.
And thank you very much, listeners. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.